Wu Chen turned and said, "Your Highness, please try not to be too upset when you hear this." Lara, standing beside him, looked anxious. Wu Chen began to recount the story. Dr. Wen and the current Queen of Monaco, Gray, were classmates at Imperial College. Because of their shared interests, they quickly became lovers from classmates. Not long after they were together, Gray became pregnant and gave birth to a child. However, the hospital discovered that the baby was not Dr. Wen's biological child. The doctor claimed the child belonged to his brother, which led to a big argument and a falling out between Gray and the doctor. Since he was an only child, he investigated the truth himself and discovered a shocking fact. He was a chimera. In genetics, chimerism means two embryos fused together and developed normally, like conjoined twins. But there are special cases, like his, where one embryo develops normally while the other is completely dissolved in the body. Dr. Wen carried a part of his brother, although without consciousness or independent organs. The abandoned child died not long after. To have a child completely his and Gray's, he performed in vitro fertilization. But Gray thought he had gone mad and wanted to break up. Later, he met Gray again and told her that the in vitro fertilization was successful, persuading her to give birth to the child. Lara asked, "Are you saying my sister she's not my father's daughter?" Wu Chen just closed his eyes without answering. Dr. Wen replied, "That's enough. There's no need for further explanation. It's up to you to handle it." The underground research center was completely destroyed by Lara sitting in her room. Lara trembled. "Mr. Wu, I'll go back to my country to deal with my sister's affairs," he comforted her. "No need to feel sorry. As the heir to the throne, Your Highness has the responsibility and obligation to do this." She burst into tears and hugged him tightly. "Mr. Wu, hold me tighter. I need more strength from you," he comforted her gently. "Your Highness, don't be afraid. Relax and have a good rest." After taking Lara to her room to rest, a few minutes later, Wu Chen suddenly threw open his door and questioned, "Why are you two here? Can you explain?" Inside the room, Li Rubing and Zhou Yi were already in their pajamas, sitting on the bed. Rubing and Zhou Yi exclaimed in surprise, "Honey." "Mr. Wu," Rubing pushed Zhou Yi forward, "I'm here to fulfill our promise. The new drama has already aired for episodes, and the feedback is very good. Zhou Yi is very popular now. You haven't forgotten your promise to her, have you?" In the past, Zhou Yi had said, "Boss, give me a chance to become your woman." He had replied, "If you really work hard for your dream, and the new drama achieves good results, I will grant your wish." Now, Wu Chen asked, "Of course I remember, but honey, do you have to worrying about these things now?" Rubing looked at Zhou Yi and replied, "Family matters, of course, I have to care. Honey, you take care of your work first. We'll talk about other things tomorrow." Rubing then gave the two some private space. Zhou Yi blushed. "Mr. Wu, I haven't disappointed you. The new drama has achieved remarkable results." He hugged her. "I know, silly girl." Zhou Yi then started to say, "Because today I secretly learned a lot more. Mr. Wu, close your eyes." Wu Chen helped her undress and then lifted her up. "Zhou Yi, at times like these, maybe the one who needs to close their eyes is you." He gently pushed her onto the bed. Perhaps she had just learned some experience from her older sister. Zhou Yi said sweetly, "I love you, Mr. Wu." Zhou Yi shed tears of happiness. The two spent a passionate night together. The next morning, Wu Chen said, "Awake. Did you sleep well?" Zhou Yi's eyes widened in surprise. Wu Chen had been awake for a long time, waiting for her to wake up in this position. His arm must be numb. She said shyly, "Mr. Wu, you're so gentle. Can I stay with you like this forever?" Wu Chen kissed her gently. "What are you talking about?" "Of course, we'll be together. You were tired last night. Rest a little longer." "I'll go find Rubing," Zhou Yi obediently replied. "Okay." A moment later, in Rubing's room, Wu Chen asked, "Honey, tell me, what was the important thing you wanted to talk about last night?" Li Rubing said, "After you left, the Hua sisters were targeted. Zhuo Kaiyang accused their cosmetics factory of serious pollution and colluded with the leaders to take over their company." Wu Chen continued, "Zhuo Kaiyang, this is too much. He wants to bankrupt the Hua family and then have them beg him in bed. He's too arrogant." I'll report this to Princess Lara, and then we'll return to Donghai a while later. Wu Chen took his 2 wives with him. Your Highness, your sister's matter. It's best not to make it a big deal. I believe you'll handle it well. I've arranged a bodyguard for you in secret. His name is Lao Dao. Lara said happily, okay, if there's a special situation, I'll ask Mr. Wu for advice. A day later, in Shanghai, a woman was relaxing when Wu Chen walked in casually. President Lin, you have interesting hobbies. Raising a puppy and letting him cause trouble outside, aren't you worried? She said, you could able to sneak in here without alerting my bodyguards. You're not an ordinary person, are you? Did you come to me just to talk about Zuo Kaiyang? What did he do again? This was the chairman of Infinite International Investment Bank, Lin Shi. Seeing her sit up, he turned his face away. It's nothing important. He's just a tool to get President Lin's attention. Actually, I came here just to get to know President Lin. She chuckled. Many people want to get to know me. You have to get in line, Wu Chen said. Why do I feel like I can cut in line? President Lin, with 60 billion in assets, you think your life is complete, so you raise a puppy for fun, but what if I told you that you have a son? Hearing this, Lin Ji's face darkened. What are you talking about? He smiled, thinking, in the cycle of reincarnation, Lin Shi is in the top for on the list of women I care about. While I have infinite time to learn skills in reincarnation, Lin Shi doesn't spend much time learning anything. She only needs a glance to understand, and only needs to do something once to master it. She's a rare genius, but in the past, she was hopelessly infatuated with love. At 25, she married and had a child, living a happy family life. Unfortunately, when her child was 3 years old, the family went on a self-driving trip and encountered a landslide. Her husband died on the spot, and her 3-year-old son disappeared when the car fell. Lin Shi was impaled by a piece of iron, damaging her uterus and ovaries. If it weren't for the villagers passing by and discovering her in time, she might not have survived. After being taken to the hospital and rescued, Lin Shi lost the ability to become a mother again. From that moment, her fate changed, losing her passion for life. Initially, she just wanted to earn some money to live, but thanks to her sharp eyes and accurate investments, she became a shark in the financial world. Believing herself to be no longer a complete woman, she also lost her desire for love, indulging in playful games with young bodies. To test whether Lin Shi can feel love again, I've tried everything in the 1,000-year reincarnation cycle. The results show that as long as I find her lost son, who is not dead, and awaken her maternal love, it will work. He pretended to say, if you want to know your son's whereabouts, we have to make a small exchange. Hearing this, Lin 11 exclaimed in astonishment. What? Wu Chen, seeing Lin Ji's defenses breached, pressed his advantage. Our transaction, though small, isn't suitable to discuss here. President Lin, please come to your office, and it's best to bring your lawyer. Later, in Lin Ji's office, she said, we've changed locations, and my lawyer is here. Is this formal enough? Can we talk about your transaction now? Wu Chen replied, I won't beat around the bush with President Lin. I want 51% of Infinite Investment shares and to become the CEO. Lin Shi raised her eyebrows. Infinite Investment, though not the largest, still has a market value of about 60 billion. And you're asking for half, and you call this a small transaction. The lawyer sitting beside her broke out in a cold sweat, thinking, I've never met anyone so outrageous. This person must be crazy, Wu Chen said confidently. The prerequisite for a transaction is fairness. The document on the left shows Infinite's operational status 1 month after President Lin finds her son. The document on the right is the letter President Lin will send me after entrusting the company to me. If the actual situation doesn't match the documents, the share transaction will be cancelled. The lawyer will hold both documents. What do you think, President Lin? Lin Shi said, prepare the documents. You can leave now. The lawyer said mysteriously, all right, as you wish. After he left, Lin Shi asked, so, where is my son? Wu Chen replied, don't ask any more questions, President Lin. You'll know when the time comes. The two parted ways. 10 days later, in a temple, a young man with a scar on his head was cultivating. Wu Chen said, that year, The car accident threw him out of the car, and he rolled down the mountainside, suffering a head injury. Fortunately, a passing llama saved him. For more than 10 years, he has lived there, becoming an unknown llama. This is the result of the blood test. Lin Shi was speechless with shock. He is my son. Son? She wanted to rush to her son after 15 years of separation, but Wu Chen stopped her. President Lin, your son suffered a head injury back then and still can't speak. You won't be able to communicate with him. Lin Shi burst into tears. What are you saying? My son is mute. Wu Chen reassured her. Don't worry, I have a way to heal him, but you have to trust me. Lin Shi said emotionally, Okay, I trust you. You must cure my son. Wu Chen replied, with President Lin's words, There's no time to waste, let's go now. A day and a half later, Wu Chen drove Lin Shi and her son